and what he's done this year. Terrific season, trying to get that 13th win. It's been almost a month since he's had a win, but he's pitched well. And the defense behind him. Langerhand's getting the start out in left field. Gutierrez in center. And Hall again out in right. Then it's hand-to-hand. Josh Wilson at shortstop. Jose Lopez and Russell Brandon on the right side of the infield. And Rob Johnson will get the start behind the plate tonight.
So Felix Hernandez, as you can see in his career against Kansas City, this is his 5th start. He's had 4 starts with a record of 2-1. Pretty good earned run average. In Kansas City with the win last night, the 8-4 victory over the Mariners, won their first game on the West Coast this year. They have not won a game on the West Coast, and from here they go down to Oakland. So the Mariners trying to get them back in the doldrums one more time, as David DeJesus will step in and start this one, the left fielder for the Kansas City Royals. The Mariners 13-12 in the month of August, and August is just about run out. Here it is, the 28th of August. Felix Hernandez waiting until somebody says go. You're waiting for apparently the exact moment of 10 after the hour, so the television folks can catch up with them. The game, of course, being televised back to the Kansas City area also. So here we go. Paul Emmel is a man calling balls and strikes tonight. 1-0 the count. A little change in the weather here tonight from last night when it was 80 and calm. And a ground ball right to shortstop. And Josh Wilson tonight playing out there throws him out. 71 degrees tonight. Wind out of the south at 5 miles an hour. It was 80 last night. Mitch Meyer, the right fielder, the hitter. .94-mile-an-hour fastball. That is low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Too high. And that catches the outside corner. Outside of third, and that's going to make its way back into the seats. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're down to the final 5 weeks of the season, and there's a race in just about every division, maybe with the exception of the National League Central, where the Cardinals are running away with it. Count is full, 3-2. Cardinals with a 9-game lead over the Cubs, who did win today. And a swing and a miss. The ball dropped. And Mitch Meyer says the heck with it. Starts walking away. But to make sure, Rob Johnson puts the tag on him.
Well, I don't think Meyer expected Rob Johnson to drop the ball. His pitch is running off the plate away, and there you go. By the time he realized, he was already walking back to the dugout.
And here's Billy Butler. He's the big bat in the lineup. Mariners did a pretty good job against him last night. He did have a single and rode home on Alberto Callaspo's home run. The 3rd of the 4 home runs hit last night. Right there. Nice little 87-mile-an-hour slider. play for Josh, and Wilson throws him out. An easy first for Felix Hernandez. We go to the bottom of the first, no score.
Tonight, Goodyear is going to lead things off again. Ichiro missing his 5th game in a row. Then it's Hanahan, Lopez, Branyan, Sweeney, the DH. He will hit 5th tonight. Hall out and right will hit 6th. Then it's Josh Wilson, the shortstop, 7th. Langerhand's getting a start in left. He will hit 8th. And Rob Johnson, the catcher, will hit 9th. Take a look at Bannister, what he's done this year. 4.5 ERA, 91 strikeouts, and 146 innings pitched. And the defense behind him. DeJesus, Anderson, and Meyer in the outfield. Across the infield will be Tehan, Betancourt, Cayespo, and Butler.
And here we go as Danny misses down low and outside, ball 1-1-0. Of course, his dad, an all-star here with the Mariners in 1982. And his grandfather, we understand, has been ill, and he's been to the hospital to visit him while here in Seattle. Thinking about him tonight. And the count of the ball and a strike on Franklin Gutierrez. Huge gap out there between Anderson and DeJesus. 2-1. And that's how to play. Brian really been struggling lately. As a matter of fact, he's allowed 24 runs in his last 4 starts, 23 of them earned, which has shot his season ERA from 3.59 to 4.5. And a fly ball to center. Josh Anderson just waits out there for the first out. Kansas City, even with the win last night, has only won 5 of their last 22 games on the road. It's been an extremely lean year for Kansas City. There's a strike to Hanahan.
Well, they're 15 games under 500 at home this year, so they have struggled all the way around. Which I think at times a little bit surprising. You have Greinke on that staff, and Bannister is a quality major league pitcher, and then they have Soria out in their bullpen.
They can't get to him.
Yeah, you're right.
So 3 pitches. See you later, Jack Hanahan. And Lopez will be the hitter. While the White Sox and the Yankees are moving into extra innings in New York. Tied at 2-2 in the 10th at Yankee Stadium. Lopez with Russell Branyan back in the number 4 hole tonight. And that's hit foul down the left field line. Well back into the stands. Not a bad crowd. With the second DVD tonight of the Mariner commercials. Very popular commercials. And a fly ball to right field. Over into the corner goes Meyer on the run, makes the catch. And Bannister has no problem for the first 3 Mariners in the ball game. We'll tell you about the second with no score coming right up. Well, good to have you with us. Good to have all the signs out here tonight. Again, requesting Mont to be kind to them. And he makes up his mind about who's going to get the rally prize tonight. The first delivery is down low and outside to Mike Jacobs. And right on the outside corner. Paul, I'm one of those guys who really got to keep an eye on. Barely see that right arm flicker.
We were talking about the potential of the Cy Young Award winners this year, the guys that are in the group of that, with Felix being one of them. Do you have, I guess, any steadfast rule on whether you need to pitch for a contender or not, or how does it work for you?
Yeah, you know, you look at Greinke. I mean, this is a ball club that's probably going to lose 100 ball games, right?
Yep.
Why should he be eliminated when he has probably had the best numbers of anybody in baseball? Why should he be eliminated?
Well, I think that I would agree with that. I think especially, you know, you look at where their club is at.
Strike 3 called, so Jacobs is gone.
But he's done his job.
Exactly.
You know, and as you take a look at this last pitch from Felix, but I think that Is it more impressive to win 15, maybe 16 games for him on a club that has really struggled this year, as opposed to somebody like Sabathia that might win 19 games for the Yankees?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so too.
Roof is being extended now. Apparently we have some showers in the area, so we'll play most of this game under cover here in Seattle this evening. Alberto Callaspo is the hitter, the second baseman. And 2-0 on him. Pop up. There's a major league pop up. Josh Wilson makes the call out there in shallow center field. 2 down. Tomorrow night is girls' night out at Safeco Field when the Mariners meet the Royals, and if you're one of the first 10,000 women, 21 or over, you'll pick up a stylish, reusable bag. You and your girlfriends can pamper yourselves at the comfort station, where it can be manicures, massages, and more. Throughout the night, have fun. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. One and on, Tien. And there's the first base hit of the ball game as Tien goes the other way into left field. Langerhans gets it quickly back in. Here comes ex-Mariner catcher Miguel Oliva. Speaking of rain, it's raining on the eastern seaboard in Boston, where the Jays and Red Sox are all even at 5-5. Nice slider. Detroit knocking off Tampa Bay 6-2. On the inside corner, 0-2.
That's such a tough pitch as a hitter, a right-handed hitter, to do anything with. He's going to start it right at Olivo. He jumps out of the way and ends up catching the inside corner.
In the dirt.
Especially with Felix and his fastball at 94, 95, with that good run that can run it right in on the hands of the right-handed hitter.
Robinson Cano has just hit a 3-run home run for the Yankees in the bottom half of the 10th. Beat the White Sox. High, 2-2. So, tonight's one of those nights that the Mariners can win. They can pick up some ground. They can pick up some ground on the White Sox. They can pick up some ground on Tampa Bay. We don't know about Boston yet. That's tied 5 at 5-5. It's raining.
Texas is losing in the ninth.
And the runner goes, a throw a little high. So Tien. With his 7th steal, and Tien has never so far been thrown out.
We'll take a look at Rob Johnson and his throw. We've seen this over the last week and a half. His throws are tailing to the right side of the infield. Well, he was a little bit frustrated with the way he threw the ball down to second base.
And inside. And Yuniesky Betancourt, who Hit well against the Mariners back in Kansas City and hit a home run last night. This is last night's shot. 1 of 4. Boy, he hit the tar out of that ball. Off those steps out there. With a 5-game hitting streak. Low, I guess.
Field's command isn't real sharp right now. We've seen that out of him. His first couple innings seemed like he's out there trying to find his way through it. And right now, 31 pitches, 16 strike, 15 balls.
This will be his 20th pitch of the inning. Coming up to Uni. 1-1. Right to his good friend. And Jose Lopez throws him out. A hit, a walk, 2 left, no runs. We go to the bottom of the second, no score.
The Northwest.
Nice to have you with us as we move into the bottom half of the second inning. No score. And Russell Branyan bunts the ball, base hit. Forget about it. With his shift on, he said, I'll take one and we'll go from there next time up.
Been struggling a little bit lately. Not a bad idea. Get off to a good start. Leading the inning off. Still a base hit. Feel a little bit better about things. Nicely done. Bunting it firmly to get it past the pitcher. With the third baseman Tiahan basically playing over at shortstop. Smart play. Well executed by Russell Branyan.
And here's Mr. Sweeney. Like, of course, hit his 200th home run of his career this year. And strike at the knees. The last time we were in Kansas City, he really wanted to hit his 100th home run at Kauffman Stadium. He got on to play one game, and he did it.
Yeah.
You can see the bone here. The Buhners are here. There's Sweeney with the long ball. Two and one on him. Birthday to Lou Piniella.
What was Lou today?
66. 66.
His comments the other day said that he's coming back to manage some more.
Swinging and a miss. Lou's had half your birthday. Cincinnati. Well, no, it wasn't Cincinnati. The Cubs won today, didn't they?
Yes, they beat the Mets.
Yes, Cubs beat the Mets 3-2 at Wrigley Field. So he's having a good birthday.
Yeah.
Been a disappointing year, however.
It has been. It has been a tough year for him. 9 games back of the Cardinals this year.
And a line drive base hit. Sweeney's really been swinging a nice bat here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a 6-game hitting streak for Mike now. Take another look at it. Hit it hard into left field. Solid line drive. He ended up getting a cutter out over the plate.
Hall's pretty much had his way with Ryan Bannister when they've had interleague play between the two Central divisions. 2 for 5 and 400 batting average with a home run. Down low and outside, ball 1. 1-0. That's a strike, so 1-1. All the way to the backstop, so everybody's going to move up 90. Ryan to third, Sweeney to second.
Well, here you go. Golden opportunity. See the big breaking ball that Olivo can't keep in front of him. Golden opportunity for the Mariners here early in the game with Felix on the mound. Looks like the Royals will play their infield back. Put the ball in play and pick up a run.
And a ground ball and a great stop at second base by Callaspo to throw him out, but a run comes in to score, and Sweeney ends up at third base. That's an outstanding play by Alberto Callaspo to smother that ball and throw out Hall, who picks up his 5th RBI.
It's also a great play by Hall because of the runner at second base. You get this one in and move the runner up with just 1 out now. So that's a real productive out by Hall. Nice play by Callaspo.
And this is Josh Wilson now. The infield will come up. At least the shortstop will. And a high foul headed toward the stands. One nothing Mariners. The A's, after being swept here, went down to Anaheim and beat the Angels last night. And the Angels interleague lead in that one tonight, 1-0 in the second. I understand that was because of a Kendry Morales home run.
He is really having a year for them.
28th home run of the year. She's happy. Not going to get the job done. And now here to the plate comes the runner. Throw a plate. How about that? How about that slide by Mike Sweeney? The throw was there in time. Sweeney comes in on what should have been an easy out at the plate. And the Mariners steal one, 2-0. How about that play? Let's have a look at it with our Coors Light three-strength count. Sweeney waits for the throw to first base and then takes off. Immediately takes off. He's not known for his speed. He's known for his guile, however, and the throw was too late to get it. So he scores on a ground ball back to the pitcher. You got a runner at third and you get an RBI and a ground ball back to the pitcher, you're living right.
His timing of it was perfect. As soon as Bannister turned his back to him, he just took off. Bannister assuming he was going to stay at third. Heads up play by Sweeney.
Of course, he scores on the ground ball back to the pitcher, but you could almost literally say he stole the run there.
I think that he did. I think that he did.
Three and two. On Langerhans, the hero the other night against Oakland. Home run. Struck him out on a good sinking fastball. However, the Mariners get a couple here. Great hustle that time by Mike Sweeney. Look at the throw. Is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank, now more than ever. And by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride in performance. Dave Niehaus with Mike Lowers. The Mariners with an early 2-0 lead. As center fielder Josh Anderson, everybody happy about what transpired with Sweeney scoring on that ground ball back to the mound, and Anderson fouls the ball at the plate. It's great when it works.
It's great when it works. How about the inning starting with a bunt from Russell Branyan? Heads up play.
Man with power like Branyan. How many times do you give him that though? All day long?
Yep, pretty much.
Line drive to center field, sinking in a hurry for a base hit. So Josh Anderson now a 6-game hitting streak.
Affleck!
Time for our Affleck trivia question. This afternoon in his 12th career start, Pat Mish and the New York Mets lost to the Cubs. Mish's teams have lost all 12 games he started, tying the Major League record. His record did he tie?
Do you know?
No.
Really?
Do you?
I think I have an idea.
Who?
Former teammate of mine, I believe.
All right. Let me think. And it's down low and outside. Ball one. One ball and no strikes. Left-hander?
Yep. I think he's a left-hander, yeah. It'll be a tough one. If I'm right, he wasn't here very long, I don't think. Maybe a couple of years.
And the runner goes. Pitch is outside. Throw through to second. And it's not quite in time. Good throw, too. That time by Rob Johnson. Josh Anderson, his 16th stolen base.
Take a look at it. Really good jump. Johnson comes out of the chute. Nice throw. Nice pick down at second base. Whoa, might have missed one there. Looked like they had him. I think he tagged him on the side before his hand was getting in there. So the Royals catch a break. Nice throw by Rob.
Todd Kitchener made the call. And a ground ball. It's a fair ball down the right field line. So just like that, Kansas City gets one back. They've got the tying run, I think, in scoring position. They do, with nobody out. It's 2-1. David DeJesus doubles sharply down the right field line.
Good job, baby.
And DeJesus now with a 10-game hitting streak.
Well, he pulls it right inside the bag. Branyan playing off the bag, not expecting him to pull the ball. You can see how far away from first he is. Clearly a fair ball.
Mitch Meyer now the hitter. Tries to bunt, snap throw to second base. Barely crawling back there is DeJesus.
Oh, he almost fell down. Wow, started to lose his footing a little bit.
Two strikes on Meyer. Foul tip out of the glove of Rob Johnson. Final up on the board. Texas does get beat. The Twins beat them 3-2. So a big night for the Mariners to win a ball game. They want to stay in this wild card race here.
See Felix with the 10 pitches in this inning so far. Still nobody out.
That swung on and missed. And the putout goes 2-3. One down. Billy Butler, the hitter, he hit a ground ball to short. I guess a little bit inside. strike now. Guy that you want to make a mistake on. He can hit him as far as anybody in the game.
You can see against Seattle this year he's had a nice year, hitting over 500 with a couple of home runs.
And breaking ball outside to him. Still raining in Boston. Red Sox, Jays still tied. Backed away from a breaking ball, and it just missed inside.
In this inning, it looks like Felix has gone to more of his off-speed pitches, throwing more breaking balls and changeups. Pretty aggressive with his fastball in the first couple of innings.
Butler sitting on a fastball here, and he got it, but didn't take a cut. And a ground ball to the right side. And Lopez has got it. De Jesus moves down to third base. And Mike Jacobs will try and get him in with a clutch 2-out hit. Jacobs caught looking on strikes last inning. Challenged him.
I think Jacobs is going to have a tough time catching up to Felix's fastball up in the zone. Pitch above his belt.
And now that one down and away.
Tremendous movement on that fastball. Looked like it was going to be a strike and moved off the outside corner.
And just barely inside. Hard to see how close that was from that behind the catcher ankle, but that just barely missed. Fastball line to center field, right at Gutierrez. He could have been a statue out there, and he caught it. Didn't have to move a muscle. However, one back for Kansas City. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Mariners. maybe.
Well, that's a nice one.
Isn't it?
I like Cracker Jacks.
I do too. So here we go into the bottom half of the third. And ball one to Rob Johnson from Mr. Bannister. Fly ball, too much air under it, I think. Josh Anderson takes care of that one down. Let's give me the answer to our half-lap trivia question. And the question was this afternoon in his 12th career start, Pat Nish and the Mets lost to the Cubs. His teams have lost all 12 games. He started tying Major League record, whose record he tied. Teammate of Mike Blowers, as a matter of fact. Left-hander John Cummings, 1-10 in 16 career starts. 92, 93, 94. Guy had some pretty good stuff, too.
He had good stuff. Nice cutter, good slider. Pretty sure, and not all those losses were his fault.
Yeah. Three 3-0 on Gutierrez. Full. Bannister was really sharp against the Mariners back in May. The Royals winning that one 3-1 in Kansas City. And he missed low with that. So that's his first free pass given up. And Hanahan will step up to the plate. This Sunday, when the Mariners and the Royals conclude their series, all you kids, 14 and under, receiving that unique Ken Griffey Jr. backpack. Thanks to Pepsi, Hagen, and Top Foods. It's the perfect item for the new school year. So join us at Safeco Field and get your tickets at Mariners.com on Sunday. Runner goes, pitch outside, throw through, on a hop, and not in time. So, Gutierrez, stolen base number 11.
Take a look at it. Pretty good jump. Olivo throws it down there because the ball bounced up. Betancourt had to lift up his glove and gave Gutierrez time to get his foot underneath it. Stolen base.
Outside to Hanahan. 1-1. Wow, Oakland coming up with 5 in the third, taking a 5-1 lead over the Angels. One and two. And getting away from the catcher and down to third base alertly goes Franklin Gutierrez.
Couldn't tell if this ball hits the ground or not. Olivo back there. Be a pass ball. Take a look at it. Wow, the ball did hit the ground. Looked like a fastball that hit the dirt.
So now the infield comes up. Swing and a miss by Hanahan. Ball dropped. Catcher tags him, however. Guess he didn't tag him, and he almost beat it out as he went down the first baseline.
Take a look at it. Pitch down in the dirt. Hanahan swings at it. A change up. No, Olivo never touched him, it doesn't look like. Missed him all the way across the board. And keeps running. And make sure to throw him out at first.
So Jose Lopez now trying to get the run in with 2 away. And a ground ball right underneath Martin. You can see that coming. And the run comes in to score. Tian played that about as bad as you can play it. And he's charged with an error.
Well, Mariners will take it with 2 outs, get a free run out of the deal with Felix on the mound again. Take advantage of situations, and here goes a ground ball, pretty routine ground ball. Tian just a little bit late. He needs to come in on that a little bit quicker, just stay back, get plenty of time to stay back in between. Played that into a run for the Mariners.
So the Mariners get a gift. And Russell Branyan with a strike cutter. Russell with that leadoff bunt base hit last inning. Two strikes. In the dirt. Ian Snell tomorrow against Gilmesh. Ex-Mariner. And Ryan Rowland-Smith and Zach Greinke on Sunday. And he got him with a fastball, but the Mariners will take the unearned run and run with it. 1 run. No hits. 1 big error and a man left, and at the end of 3, 3-1 Mariners.
Sort of a crazy start to this ball game. These first 3 innings, Mariners with a 3-1 lead. We've seen some very interesting plays. Dave Sims with Mike Blowers. 3-1. Felix due for a win.
Well, he is, and the Mariners take advantage of it. Last thing, get a bit of a gift to get that other run in. But Felix so far, this ground ball's hit to first. No problem for Branyan. But Felix throwing a lot of pitches early in the game, Dave. He's going to have to settle down and get a couple of quick innings.
1 out as Callaspo grounds out. That'll bring up Martin, 5, 6, and 7 here for Kansas City.
You can see a couple of 21-pitch innings for Felix in the 2nd and 3rd.
Trying to get it straightened out. Felix's last 6 starts, 1-2 with a 3.96 ERA. Since his last win, August first. He's 0-1, 3 no decisions, a 2.42 ERA. Branyan fields this one cleanly. Quick 2 outs, and he's en route to a quick inning here, Mike, just as you called it. 2 down. Here in the 4th, and plan to leave work a little bit early next Wednesday and head out to Safeco Field to see Ichiro. The Mariners close out a series with the Angels. It's a U.S. Bank Mariners matinee with a special 3:40 start time. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Tampa Bay Rays, they trade Scott Kazmir to the Angels for a couple of prospects to be named. Kazmir's 25-year-old left-hander, 8-7, a 5.92 ERA. 6th season. Started his career with the New York Mets. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll see him pitch, but the Angels are here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Miguel Olivo, he walked his first time up. So what do you think of that deal?
Why not? You know, I like Kazmir. He's having a down year this year, but he still has a good arm. We were able to see him earlier. Thought his arm looked fine to me. Wasn't throwing quite as hard as he used to, but why not? The Angels, of course, have had all kinds of health issues with their rotation.
Give them a lot of credit for being where they are. 0-2, 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Angels gave up left-handed pitcher Alex Torres and a third baseman named Matt Sweeney and a player to be named later. 1-2, swing and a miss. So an 8-pitch inning for Felix after going 21 in each of the 2nd and 3rd innings. Very clean inning in the 4th. He's got a 3-1 lead. $99 Mondo Burrito. Props of plenty. Looking for some carbohydrates here at the ballpark.
That's a nice effort. I like it.
3-1 Mariners here in the bottom of the 4th. Big changeup to Sweeney. Mike got a fire started in the 2nd inning, bunted his way on. Moved up on a base hit, a wild pitch, and then on a comebacker, he did a heck of a job. Actually, that was Brandon. It was a wild pitch, a base hit, wild pitch, and a ground out, and then Sweeney. He caught the pitcher Bannister napping. That throw, he lobbed the throw over, and he bought about 4 or 5 steps coming down the line, and that lob throw to the first baseman.
Flashback moment. Thought he was 25 again. About that dive into home.
He had one more inning and he used it up.
He took off and I was thinking, what are you doing? Man. Turned out to be a great play. Nicely done by Mike.
I got to kid you guys when I was over radio. You guys had a shot of him in the dugout with Walken and the guys. And, you know, he's one of the most gregarious guys you ever want to meet. And he looked like he was having fun telling what he did. He's having a good night. Mike Sweeney having a night. 2 for 2 and a run scored.
Take another look at this. Keep trying to get him out of the way. Pitch out over the plate. Hits it hard in the hole. A couple of base hits for Mike Sweeney tonight.
0-2 pitch. Finds the hole. 2 for 2. It's Brendan that opened the second with the bunt. He came around and scored. So did Sweeney. Sweeney's was remarkable. Sweeney's had his share of operations over the course of his 14-year career, so I don't think anybody in the house expected him. Certainly not Brian Bannister.
Well, he's had his back injury this year and it's been bothering him. Kind of sneaks up and grabs him every now and then. So I was watching him closely after he dove into home, see how he'd get up. But he seemed to be fine.
Drove away from the catcher, stuck the hand, and here's a drive by Bill Hall. Going back deep left field. De Jesus, it's off the fence. Sweeney is motoring. He's emptying the tank, and he gets the big stop sign. A double for Bill Hall. Sweeney back in safely at third base. Sweeney was going as full out as he possibly could.
And Hall gets a breaking ball right in the middle of the plate, hits it off the base of the fence. See Mike coming around hard, stopping last minute. Hustle back.
Home plate umpire Paul Limmel, as the umpires do their rotation with the second base umpire going out to check the play, and they rotate. You always like to see the guys hustling, doing their part as well. First 2 men are on, building something here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Josh Wilson. Can the Paperboy deliver again? Infield up. He does! Base hit left field. Sweeney scored. Bill Hall's right behind him. They're going to send him. He's going to score easily. A 2-run single for Josh Wilson. And the Mariners have a 5-1 lead.
Well, Josh Wilson had a terrific road trip filling in for Jack Wilson, who had a nice night last night. Jack had a couple hits and a home run, but Josh Wilson now with this base hit drives in a couple of runs. He now has 3 RBIs in the game. We're just in the 4th inning. So he's picked up where he's left off from the road trip.
Nice job by Josh Wilson. Bill Hall made sure that that ball was not cut, and then he shifted into high gear. We'll bring up Ryan Langerhans. So a single, a double, and a single greets Bannister here in the 4th. Langerhans struck out on a 3-2 pitch in his first time up. We've seen Kansas City run a couple of times tonight. Tian and Anderson have stolen bases. Gutierrez picked one up. Josh Wilson has decent speed. He's 0 for 1 in base stealing thus far. Langerhans to center field. Going back is Josh Anderson. Still going back. He makes the catch. Wilson had gone all the way to second base, and he'll return.
Boy, they are jumping all over Bannister this inning. Balls are getting hit hard. Take a look at the swing by Langerhans. I thought maybe he had enough. Looked like he got in on just a little bit if he takes Anderson all the way back to the track right in front of the 405 sign.
Rob Johnson's going to be the hitter. He sent Anderson to the track to make a catch back in the 3rd inning. Mariners have scored in 3 straight innings now. It's 5-1. Decent lead down at first base for Wilson. Pitch in there for strike. Trey Hillman telling me before the game that Bannister's the key for him. He doesn't have a big 12-6 curve. He's got a little bit of curve. He's got to keep that down the zone. He's got to throw it for strikes. 1-2 now to Rob Johnson. Rob's got his batting average at 229. They've been on the interstate for a long time. Played on Wednesday night. He went 1 for 3, 1 for 4, big play. Way outside. Bannister's last 4 starts, 0-3 and a no decision, an ERA of 7.20. Hasn't won since beating Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay on August 2nd. Look at what Bannister's done his last 3. Swing and a miss. And Rob Johnson is the second out. And he is strikeout victim number 5 for Brian Bannister. Heck of a scene in the clubhouse before the game, about 3:30, 3:40. Jay Buhner was in there with his good buddy Ken Griffey Jr. and Carl Hamilton had whipped up some of the Jay Buhner hero hitting reel from the old days, about 14 years ago, the 1995 season. And just about all the guys were sitting in their cubicles, and they were fixated on the TVs that were showing Buhner in action. But the best part was the running commentary from the two best friends, Junior and Buhner. It was very funny. It's not airable, but it was very funny. It was great. I mean, it was.
So was it like a highlight reel?
Yeah, it was. It was all a highlight. And then he, at one point, Wilson just gets back. Says, "Where are the bombs?" for crying out loud, because they were all doubles and gappers and stuff like that. But it was great. Matter of fact, there was one clip they showed. Ron Mayhay was in center field. I want to say it was from Boston.
It was.
And he just got cut today. He was DFA'd today by this Kansas City ball club. Designated for assignment. 2 outs with Josh Wilson. At first base, Gutierrez looks at a strike. Franklin tonight with his fly up to center. Reached on a walk, stole a base, wild pitch at third, and scored in an error by the third baseman, Martin. That was back in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. They got a Buhner and Junior got a kick out. I was like, wait a minute, that's Ron Mayhay. He's still playing. He was in center field in that game. Converted from outfielder to pitcher. We've seen him 2 trips when we went to Kansas City. I think he pitched in of the 5 games. I bet he pitched 3 of them.
I thought he pitched well, too.
Yeah. High throw.
So they had a highlight thing of Jay.
Yeah, it was great.
And they didn't have him hitting any home runs?
Eventually, Shannon was reporting that, and I didn't stick around for a long time. He said eventually they were screaming, and Carl did a super job to put all that together. And then he found another disc with had a lot of his home runs on there. Shannon Dreyer covered for the radio network. He was reporting that a little bit earlier in the radio pregame show. But it was great. I mean, it was an education for a lot of these guys. I mean, 14 years ago, a lot of these guys are what? Mid-20s. They were what? 12, 13, 14 years old, if that, some of them. Saw Jamie Moore in a Baltimore uniform. Saw him get a base hit off of Sid Fernandez. I remember some of the other guys we saw. I can see why you guys like the Kingdom. Man, that ball. if you squared it up, you're in good shape.
It was nice to hit in. Awesome place. Had the short porch out in right field. High wall, but short porch to right. Got the old turf in there, so it's pretty fast in the infield. I mean, it was great, too. Towards the end of that year, we started getting a bunch of people in there. Ball really started to carry. It was a lot of fun. I think Jay had over 40 home runs that year.
The day he hit the ambulance in Yankee Stadium, I happened to be covering that day. That was an amazing shot. The 1-2, that's ripped but foul. Nice play by the ball girl down there. The Mariners with 2 runs here in the 4th inning. 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 2nd. Ichiro still sitting out. He's got the calf issue. Gutierrez has done well in the leadoff spot. The 1-2 runner goes. Swung on, fouled off. Pitch number 8 coming up to Franklin Gutierrez. Mariners starting today 7.5 behind Boston in a wild card chase, 10 behind the Angels. Angels losing 6-1 at home to Oakland. That's in the 4th. Boston 8th inning at home at Fenway leads Toronto 6-5. Gutierrez working this plate appearance. He had one like this last night in the 5th inning. He topped it off with an RBI single to left field. 2 hits last night, 2 for 5 with an RBI. 11 pitch at bat in the 5th inning. The 2-2 runner goes. Fouled off. Ron Wakamatsu saw his ball club give up 4 home runs last night to this Kansas City team. Next to last in the American League, only Oakland has hit fewer home runs. Kansas City exploded last night. It was their first win on the West Coast in 6 games. That was really close. 2-2.
Just pretty good, quick feet on the mound. All the throws he's thrown over there, I don't know, 6 times so far. All of them pretty close.
Two. Swing and a miss, and Gutierrez goes down. Tag applied by the catcher, Olivo. Good inning, though, for the Mariners. They picked up 2 more, and they have a 5-1 lead. Got some defensive changes for the Mariners. 5-1 they lead heading to the 5th inning. You got Michael Saunders moving into left field. Moving from left field to right field is Ryan Langerhans, and moving from right field to third base is Bill Hall. So we'll get an update on Jack Hanahan, who struck out twice tonight. He's okay. Bill Hall at third base. Here's Unieski Betancourt. Uni grounded out to second to end the second inning threat by Kansas City. Uni hit one of the 4 home runs last night. He's got 5 on the season.
I didn't notice anything with Hanahan, did you?
No, not at all. And he hadn't been on base, and I didn't.
Trying to think if he dove for a ball or something. I don't see it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
He didn't have any 5-3s here in the book. I don't know what happened. Change up, Hall.
Trying right away.
Yeah, right? He moves in, boom, there it is. Just a matter of first, second, and third batter.
We saw him get a start at third base in Cleveland when the team was on the road right after he joined the club, and he did a nice job.
8th time this game was started in right field, 8th time there. Ball of 2 strikes, down low. Well, Felix trying to get back to where he was in the 4th inning after a blow up in terms of the pitch count, 2nd and 3rd inning. Oh, Hanahan's from 3rd to 1st, so Brannon's out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Back.
So Saunders will hit 4th.
Strikeout victim. Beauty could not hold up. So he's 0 for 2. That's strikeout number 5. 1 down here in the 5th inning. Our fan pulse. American League Cy Young. Boy, some great candidates. Greinke, Hernandez, Sabathia, Verlander. Text to 95323. Look forward to seeing what you folks think. That was strikeout number 5 for Felix Hernandez. Say one thing, this is one versatile Mariner ball club to be able to have the luxury of have guys move around like this and have them comfortable in all those spots.
We see Hanahan moving from 3rd to 1st. We've seen him play shortstop. He could probably play some outfield if he needed him to.
Runs well, and Billy Hall, we've seen what he can do. Saunders covers ground. Langerhans does a good job in the outfield as well. Gutierrez, forget about that. He's among the best in the game right now.
We've seen Langerhans play some center field. And
Remember that? Yeah.
I bet you Saunders could do it too.
Yeah. Langerhans did a great job after Goody had that face plant line drive. Josh Wilson, 2 out. Had the face plant in Detroit.
Right.
Felix now is retired. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. Top of the order, David DeJesus, who's 1 for 2. Picked up an RBI double down the right field line in the 3rd inning. Felix trying to put a 2nd consecutive 0 on the board here against Kansas City. This Kansas City Ball Club started out well, 18-11. Injuries took its toll. Couldn't buy a break. They lose Coco Crisp, both shoulders operated on. Recently, they had to send down Alex Gordon. He had the same kind of labrum tear in his hip that Alex Rodriguez had. Jose Guillen's got a knee problem, so he's out. And you look at their numbers, the offense, to say it's anemic is being kind. They banged out 4 home runs last night.
How about that?
Oh, man.
When you figure it out, let me know.
Yeah, really. Trey Hillman in his 2nd year, 5 years over with the Nippon Ham Fighters on a couple of pennants and a championship over there. Line drive base hit. DeJesus 2 for 3. Monday, bring your friends and family to the next BECU half-price family night. Mariners open a 3-game set with the Angels. Get your View Reserve tickets as low as $10. Bring the whole gang out for a great night of Mariner baseball right here at Safeco Field. Go to Mariners KCA.com to get your tickets. Enjoyed a pregame conversation with Trey Hillman. So what's the biggest thing you've brought over from Japan to the big leagues here as we look at Mitch Meyer, beg your pardon. And he said it, preparation defense, positioning, anticipating what do I do when I go left, right, or behind, or go straight back. He said that they put a premium on that over in Japan, and he wanted to bring that over here. And he said, with his team, he does not have the luxury of sitting back and waiting for the old Earl Weaver 3-run jack. So they got to do every little bitty thing and do it well, and then so put a premium on pitching and defense and hope like heck with the hitting. Well, the thing he said that anytime he asked these guys to do anything extra, to take the pitcher's fielding practice or infield or any of that kind of stuff, it's a good group of guys, in spite of the fact that got just 49 wins against 78 losses. They put that kind of premium on defense when you were there?
And that's the biggest part of the game for them. I mean, they play for a run, Dave. That's what they did over there. I don't care if it's the second inning, bunt them over. It was that kind of thing. They don't play for the 3-run homer. So the premium is on defense and pitching.
The base hit by De Jesus into the string of 8 consecutive retired. Here's a drive deep to right field. That is trouble. Going back, and it's gone. Mitch Meyer, his second home run. That's the 5th Kansas City home run in 14 innings. What's going on here? A 2-run shot makes it 5-3 Mariners.
And a couple of 2-out RBIs again. Another changeup. Left it on the plate. I think they hit a couple of changeups out last night. One was a breaking ball and the other a changeup. And here's another off-speed pitch that they are hitting out of the ballpark.
Home run number 112 for Kansas City. Sharply hit to Wilson. Gobbles it up. Billy Butler's retired, but Kansas City does a little work here in the 5th inning with 2 outs. A 2-run homer by Meyer. Felix and company still have a 2-run cushion. Rally fry times right now as we go to dead center field.
Well, a little tribute to the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus. He was over here earlier. We saw this one. He laughed, liked it, so I figured, why not? Let's do it. So Lindsay will deliver the fries out to center field tonight.
Wow, 3rd time Katie and Jenny have come to the ballpark with that sign. We finally got them.
Thank Mr. Niehaus tonight.
There from
Came up from Federal Way. Here's the one on a Hanahan shows bunt. Jack tonight has struck out twice. Josh Wilson heading played since Sunday. He's driven in 3 runs. Bill Hall's driven in a run. Fair ball. Butler with a good hop. He retires Hanahan. Big question from the Fan Pulse result. While this is a Mariner broadcast, shocking that Felix Hernandez would win with 79%.
Little bias there, you think?
Here's Zach Greinke.
He'll go
He'll
Sunday
be pitching
night.
on Sunday. He is. They said even when he is not. Let me back up. The start of his season was unconscious. You know about that?
Oh yeah.
Even when he hit that little stretch, he still was really good. They tell me. Said it's just remarkable how poised he's been. All his stuff is working. Throws everything for strikes. Branyan, we're being told by Tim Heavley, PR director, Branyan got a tweak in his back as Lopez flies out to right field. Branyan's got his head back issue, so does Sweeney. Well, here comes Michael Saunders, his first at bat, batting in a 4-hole. Branyan tonight went 1 for 2, scored a run, and struck out. Strike 1 to Saunders. And the numbers on Michael. Saunders was in last night's game. He went 0 for 4, scored a run, and struck out 3 times. 2 for 14 on the homestand. And now trying to break him over his last 10.
Pitch count starting to get up there. 23 in the 4th inning. Didn't help him at all.
It's 2-2 now. Like that. Yes, 2-2. 2-2. Every time you see this kid, as you evaluate him, you analyze what you're seeing. What are you seeing?
Well, he's a terrific athlete, first of all. 6'4". I think eventually he's going to hit with some power. I think he handles himself great. He's a really good defender. We've seen that. He can steal a base for you. We talked about the bunts that he's laid down for hits.
We had a 4 base stealing. Pass one off.
And that's the pitch right there. Pitch that's middle in to the inside corner. Seen him pitch him in there a lot. He's going to have to handle that pitch eventually, and I think he will. I think he'll make some adjustments. But terrific at 22 years old.
Trying to walk it off right now. Fouled that ball off his right leg. Guess where the next pitch is coming.
Cutter inside.
Come on. Pulls it down to Butler. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners here in the 5th. They hold a 5-3 lead over Kansas City in game 2 of a 4-game set here in Seattle.
John Kay and Steppenwolf September 11th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
Good crowd here at Safeco Field, a 5-3 Mariner lead as we begin the top of the sixth. Kansas City will be sending 4, 5, and 6 to the plate against Felix Hernandez. Strike one to Mike Jacobs. Struck out looking on a fastball back in the second. Lined out to Gutierrez in center field. Kansas City with a Mitch Meyer home run in the fifth. Foul out of play. Ball club hit 4 home runs last night. Pena is 5th. Betancourt his 5th. Callaspo his 8th. And DeJesus his 11th. And tonight Meyer with number 2. Jacobs a big swinger. Felix going with the knickers look, the old style pants just below the knee, as they said in the music band.
Are the guys in the bullpen still wearing them like that?
Ardsman
Doing it for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, Ardsman's done it all year.
Broken bat, nice backhand by Hall. Got a nice arm, gets it over, dug out by Hanahan. Nice operation.
A nice play, backhanded play by Hall. That's a tough one too. The ball spinning sideways as he picks it and throws it in the dirt. And another play, nice play by Hanahan over at first. You can see Jacobs running hard the whole way.
Just joining us. As Felix exults in that fine play. Russell Brandon, that little tweak in his backside. He left the game last inning. Here's Alberto Callaspo, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2. Callaspo, a switch hitter. 253 hit on left hand at 368 right hand. Felix can get on a run here. Get some more W's. He's 12-5. Second best ERA to only Greinke in the American League. I know this is a Mariner broadcast, and the fan poll said the fans like him to win the Cy Young. He very well could if he can get on a roll here these last 5 weeks. Bouncing ball goes to Hanahan. 2 down. Take a look at the Quest high speed pitch. Bannister at 90, and Felix, his best effort thus far at 97 miles an hour.
I think Felix, when was his last win? August 1st?
August 1st, yeah.
I think that's what's hurt him. He's pitched well. He's pitched well enough to win some games, but he just hasn't been able to pick any of them up.
Martinez, the hitter. And I bet the one that'll stick in his craw during the offseason was this last start at Cleveland on Sunday when he went in to be a stopper. And Lopez made an error, didn't get to another ball couple, and that just built a big Cleveland inning. That was against Fausto Carmona. 6-1 Cleveland wins. There's the low end for Felix. Look at that E4 by Lopez. Would have been the second out. And then there was a ball hit to his left that he couldn't get by half. And then 1-2 RBI single, RBI double, a sac fly, and an RBI single. There's your ball game. On deck, Miguel Olivo, the catcher. .3-0 pitch. Back with a strike.
And if Felix can get out of this inning, the next couple of pitches, he'll probably be able to pitch one more. 93 pitches so far in the game.
Breaking ball and a beauty. To pitch. Ground ball. Lopez gets to it. Throws out. Team Felix Hernandez retired 14 in the last 15 he's faced. 5-3 Mariners. Coming up, Sweeney, Hall, and Wilson. And our winner in our DVD promotion, Michael Dooney and his son John. They get to sit in the commissioner's seats. Congratulations, guys. Mike Sweeney, Bill Hall, Josh Wilson, 5, 6, and 7. Sweeney's had a really good night. Couple of base hits to left. He scored twice. Sweeney with a fly ball. Going back to second baseman. Good thing he was there because Mitch Meyer got a bad jump, slipped out there in right field. Hey kids, the final run around the bases of the season. It's set for Sunday following the Mariners-Royals game. All you kids 14 and under, come on down and have a chance, one last shot at circling the bases for this summer. For tickets, go to mariners.com. Bill Hall with an RBI ground out, double to left, and a run scored. Hall's fit in beautifully since coming over from Milwaukee. Home runs a few years ago with the Brewers.
It'll be interesting to see what he can do with a full season next year in the American League playing for the Mariners.
All in 2 strikes. Really played in 4 games with AAA Nashville. Went 4 for 14. Home run, 4 runs batted in. Designated for assignment by Milwaukee in the 12th. In tight. I checked down first base umpire Gary Darling. He did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 fouled off.
Bannister keeps pitching him away. Everything's been away. One pitch inside that he wasted, but trying to get him out with some fastballs and cut fastballs away from him.
Punches it to the second baseman. Callaspo throws out Hall. 2 down here. A reminder, a smoother, quieter, greener way to travel. Ride Sound Transit's Link Light Rail from Tukwila to Seattle with 10 stops along the way. Boston beat Toronto 6-5. Angels trail 6-1 in the sixth. Quick one to Josh Wilson. 3 RBI night. Ground out with 2-run single. Looping curveball hammered down into the corner. That is a foul ball. Tell you what, he's making really good contact. Josh hasn't played since Sunday. They had that outstanding road trip. Matter of fact, he was the leading hitter on that most recently completed road trip by the Mariners.
And he had a couple of home runs. Really did a nice job. Made a lot of nice plays to shortstop, too.
Caspo gets another opportunity. Throws out Josh Wilson, and it gets away. Butler can't hold on. E3. Royals just about were in the dugout.
Wow. Well, if the Mariners can take advantage of another error by the Royals, they made one earlier over at third base Tehan, and in this one, pretty simple routine play. Just play some catch. Oh, he took his eye off of it.
Sure did. Ichiro out with a calf injury. And enjoying that good fortune for the Mariners gives Ryan Langerhans a chance to swing the bat. He's 0 for 2. Ichiro, they certainly dress for the occasion. I'd be stunned if they used him, given now they want to get that calf injury straightened out, make sure when he can get back he can go full bore.
Yeah, my guess would be he was down in the tunnels taking some swings.
Oh, knowing him the way with his work ethic, guaranteed. One and one Langerhans. Kansas City with 2 errors tonight.
Next pitch will be 100 for Bannister.
96 errors. Ties with Chicago for the most in the American League. Back safely, Wilson. Starting today, Kansas City tied for last with the White Sox for worst fielding percentage in the American League. Ball and 2 strikes. Little blooper. Caspo is right there. Mariners are done in the 6th. They get a man on board via the error by Billy Butler, but nothing happens after that. 5-3 Mariners. Around the corner on Tuesday. Angels come in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then a long road trip. The last really long road trip for the ball club. They'll play 3, make that 4 in Oakland, 3 in Anaheim, and 3 in Texas. By the time the Mariners come home, it'll be the middle of the month. The season will be pretty much over. Felix Hernandez, he's retired 12 of the last 14. 12 of the last 14. He'll face Olivo, Betancourt, and Anderson, 7, 8, 9 here in the 7th. Olivo tonight has walked and struck out.
Again with 97 pitches for Felix now. Sean White starting to loosen up a little bit out in the Mariner bullpen. Just starting to throw nice and easy.
Tough go for the Mariner bullpen last night. Kelly and Messenger between them threw about 67 pitches. All 2 strikes to Olivo with Betancourt and Anderson to follow. Here's Felix thus far. Former teammate Yuniesky Betancourt awaits. Olivo just got a piece of that. Felix, his June and July numbers are fabulous. He went 6-1. 3-0 in June, 3-1 in July. And that month of June, how about this? 5 games started, 3-0, an ERA of 0.94. Olivo's gone. That's strikeout number 6. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Yuniesky Betancourt's the hitter. Ball 1 to Uni. See a lot of great things about Uni over in that clubhouse in Kansas City. Like what he's done. They have been. Another one of the guys that they lost, Mike Avila, who was a very good hitter last year. He's out with an injury. Matter of fact, Tommy John surgery. Fly ball, Gutierrez, 2 down. Make sure you take this opportunity to create your own Mariners memory by using the Mariners collectible. Get your favorite photos at the photo store, mariners.com. 3 easy steps you can make your very own Mariners memory. All you have to do is go to mariners.com today. Anderson lays down a bunt. Rob Johnson all over it. And he got him. Anderson thought he was going to get a 2-out spark going, but Rob Johnson will have none of it. Well turned here in the 7th, a 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners, retiring Kansas City. Mariners lead at 5-3. tonight here in Seattle. And the Mariners trying to even up this series at 1-1 with the Kansas City Royals, team with the worst record in the American League. Rose up and slapped down the Mariners last night with 4 home runs and an 8-4 win. They've hit 1 home run tonight against Felix Hernandez, but Felix and the Mariners have a 2-run lead. Rob Johnson, Franklin Gutierrez, and Jack Hanahan. Johnson lined out against Brian Bannister, lined out for the warning track in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th. Betancourt on the hop. 1 out. Check out some of the out-of-town scoreboards. The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Pedro Martinez. I wonder if Pedro got hurt. Moyer got the win, came on, and got win number 257. There's a rain delay, so Jamie came in and got the job done. Cardinals continue to roll, and they beat up on St. Louis. Smoltzy gets his W, and Albert Pujols won that game in the 9th inning with a home run. 1 out, top of the order, Gutierrez to a strike. Pujols, it was home run number 41. What a year he's having. Mariners see St. Louis next year in interleague play in St. Louis. Well, they got to leave him.
Yeah, you can pretty much say that about him every year, right? What a year he's having.
And he is a fabulous player.
He really is.
41 home runs, leads the National League.
He has to have about 110 RBIs, too.
Started today with 107. Prince Fielder started today leading the National League with 115. Ryan Howard with 108. One, 2 to Goody. $26,714 on hand here tonight. Very comfortable night. Safeco Field fouled off again.
Look good here. He's hit a lot of foul balls over the last couple days. But they're grinding out some at bats. You like to see that, not giving anything away. He's done a nice job leading things off for the Mariners while Ichiro's been on the shelf.
He's been good. Bounces away. Ryan Howard, a couple of home runs, gives him 37 on the season. And that takes his RBI total up to about 112.
What's he trying to do? Make a push for the MVP?
Well, he's who's that? Howard? That's a heck of a race, man.
Yeah.
Fielder with a couple of RBIs. He knocked in 3, so he's got 118. Gutierrez takes a 2-2 pitch, hits at the Betancourt. That'll be a good vote.
It'll be a tough one. I think everybody gave it to Pujols about a month ago. He had it wrapped up.
Yeah, remember he cooled off. He cooled off. He's still hitting a ton, but I mean he cooled off.
They stopped pitching to him, and then Holiday ended up doing some damage over there in St. Louis. So,
we were talking about this some more, I think, recently. Why would you pitch to him?
I have no idea.
I mean, when you turn on the highlights, bang, bang, gone. See a gapper. 2 outs for Jack Hanahan, looking for his first hit tonight. 0 for 3. Who's your fave 8 for the American League MVP? Got some good candidates.
You have some good candidates. I agree.
Hanahan finds a whole base hit. Well, Jack now 1 for 4.
We have Teixeira. Everybody wants to throw Jeter's name in the mix.
Right. Hanahan with a base hit. His 3rd hit of the homestand. And that ended in 0 for 8 for Hanny.
People are talking about Bobby Abreu. How about the year Morales is having for the Angels?
And Rivera. I mean, up and down that lineup. Got Farnsworth up and throwing for Kansas City. Lopez back up the middle. That's a base hit. A little two-out action here for the Mariners in the 7th. See him shaking his hand. I think he broke that bat.
Yeah, he hit it right off the end of the bat, cued it back up the middle. Take another look at it. Wasn't hit real hard, but he found a hole up the middle. Levo out talking to Bannister, probably giving Farnsworth some time to get loose in the pen. Bannister up to 113 pitches so far in the game.
What do you think? A little long ball for the Condor here. Why not?
Why not hit first one? Sure.
Unload. Bob McClure coming out, pitching coach.
Buying more time.
$113 for Bannister. He is topped out at 117 pitches. Matter of fact, that was his last win, August 2nd at Tampa Bay. Went 7 innings and a 4-1 victory. Freddie Montero and the Sounders FC. They return to MLS competition tomorrow on FSN. Seattle's going to be looking to remain in the postseason contention, facing off with Toronto FC. Coverage gets underway 4:30 on FSN and FSN HD. A little 7th inning 2-out pop here from Saunders. Done everything they've asked of him since being called up. They're very good on left field. He's got it 1 triple, 1 double, no homers. He had 13 at Tacoma. Saunders got in the game when Russell Branyan had to leave with a bad back. He was 0 for 1. He bounced out to Butler his first time up. Mike, here's your turn it loose pitch right here, 2-0. Straight away, not too deep for Saunders. There's a strike, 2-1. Three RBI night for Josh Wilson. Bill Hall's driven in a run. Mariners looking for their first run since the 4th inning.
Pretty good gap out in left center field. That last pitch away from Saunders. There's something in left center. He's going to get an opportunity to really run.
2-2 with 2 on, 2 outs. The full count.
Runners will take off.
Mike Sweeney's on deck. Big action pitch here for Michael Saunders. Mariners by 2. Banged out 7 hits to 5 for Kansas City. Runners go. The pitch down low. He's worked the walk. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Mike Sweeney. And here comes Trey Hillman. Brian Bannister's night is over. They're going to bring in Kyle Farnsworth. And a bases loaded 2-out situation here at Safeco with the Mariners up by 2.
entertainment capital of the Northwest.
5-3 Mariners, and a chance for former longtime Kansas City Royal Mike Sweeney to really put a hammer blow on this Royal Ball Club here with the bases jammed. And Kyle Farnsworth, the veteran hard-throwing right-hander. He's bounced around, and he's certainly a generational thing, Mike. He's put him on your all-tattoo team.
Still waiting for you to come up with yours.
Huh? No, it ain't happening. Man, not happening. 32nd game for Mr. Farnsworth.
He's not inspiring you at all?
No, not
okay.
at all. Like I said, my dad is long gone. I can still hear him if I even get close to him. Bases loaded. Sweeney's had a terrific night. Singled his first 2 times up and scored. Popped out to the second base. One thing you know about Farnsworth, he does throw hard. Now, can he throw it for strikes becomes the question. Calls time. Here's what Sweeney's done during his fine career. He's got 3 grand slams.
About that 400 average. It's getting it done.
1-0. Inning started with a couple of innocent groundouts to Betancourt, Johnson and Gutierrez, and then Hanahan on his first base hit. Lopez followed with a base hit to center, and then a walk on a 3-2 pitch to Saunders. The 1-1 to Sweeney. Bounce it off his foot.
Fastball inside. Hitting right off the bottom of his foot. He should be fine.
Sweeney very meticulous as he gets ready to step into the box. Just always talking about Nomar Garciaparra. His routine very similar. Ball and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. Big spot here for the Mariners. You've got Hanahan at third, Lopez at second, and Saunders, he's at first. Farnsworth with a huge ERA, 5.67. Here comes the, now time is called. 29 strikeouts for Kyle in his 27 innings. Here comes the 2-2. Full count, nowhere to put Sweeney. Bill Hall's on deck. What's he getting here?
Well, hopefully to throw him 96 in the middle of the plate, see how far Mike can hit it. I mean, he's tried to throw a couple of sliders after he was ahead of him and missed with them both, so I would think he'd go back to the good fastball.
Runners will be on the move. 3-2 pitch to Sweeney. He walked him. An RBI for Mike Sweeney. His 24th. Mariners now lead it 6-3. Felix Hernandez gets another cushion. 3 runs the margin right now. Hanahan scores. Everybody else moves up a base. Back-to-back walks issued by Kansas City pitching. See if Hall gets that 96.
What, 99?
They can register some numbers. It's about being consistent. That's been the problem for Farnsworth. He's been with the Cubs, Detroit, Atlanta, the Yankees for 3+ years, and Detroit last year. And right now, his GPS is not working. Now, big guy. So you got Lopez at third. At second is Saunders, and Sweeney's at first. Bill Hall has already driven in a run tonight. He's got a base hit. He's 1 for 3. The pitch. Boston's won tonight. Toronto 6-5. 7th inning at Anaheim. Oakland leads the Angels 6-2. Hall can gap one.
Pitch right in the middle of the plate. Up out over the plate. Nice pitch for him to hit.
Felix done with Ian Snell. Sean White has had a long watch out in the bullpen. Two and two to Hall. Farnsworth taking a whole bunch of time. Here we go. 2-2 with the bases loaded. 2 down. Bill Hall from Nettleton, Mississippi. Long break from home here in Seattle, but from what we've seen to this point, got a chance that he could be here for a long time. Yashuko Yabuda is warming up for Kansas City. Farnsworth set finally. 2-2. Struck him out. A 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Mariners do pick up a run. They leave the bases loaded. A 6-3 margin as Sean White is coming in to take over for Felix Hernandez. Always special. He turned in a fine performance tonight.
Yeah, he did. It started off a little bit rough. Had a couple innings where his pitch count got up on him, but he was able, again, like we've seen so many times, get it back together and came back and threw a nice ball game. Did make one mistake where he gave up a 2-run homer, but overall, really nice performance for Felix.
Felix with a nasty breaking ball. He goes 7 innings tonight. And gives way now to Sean White. Felix Hernandez, 7 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 104 pitches, 62 for strikes. And they gave up a 2-run homer to Mitch Meyer. Kansas City will send the top of its order against Sean White, De Jesus, Meyer, and Butler. De Jesus, 2 for 3. Drove in a run and scored a run.
And John has not given up a run in his last 10 2/3.
That's bad, huh?
So over the course of 7 games, it's the ERA down to 2.84.
Jesus 0 for 2 against Sean. There's strike 1-1. Back with another strike. So Bannister's line is closed as well. 6 2/3, 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks. A couple of wild pitches. He threw 119 pitches, 78 for strikes. A 1-2 to De Jesus. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's what Sean White's done this year. Look at the ERA. Opponent's hitting .218. At one point, Felix in his work retired 12 out of 14 from the 3rd inning through the 6th. In fact, he finished up retiring 15 of the last 17 that he faced. 2-2 to left field for Saunders. Piece of cake in a couple steps. 1 out. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 1 out here in the 8th. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. Mitch Meyer, 2-run homers last time up against Felix. Rode 1 out of here. The right field stands on a 2-2 pitch. First 2 times up for Mitch, he struck out. That home run, his 2nd of the year, 20th RBI. A lot of regards. It's difficult to believe this season has moved along so quickly. As Meyer looks at his strike, here we are on the 28th of August. Kansas City, it's only visited 2 more games here than the Angels for 3. Three and 1. So Sean White back with the strike to make it a full count with 1 down here in the 8th. Put in play to Josh Wilson. Played a very nice ball game tonight. 2 down. Jack Wilson getting the night off. It was pre-planned. It was either tonight or tomorrow, and they chose tonight. Of course, this is the one he took. This is the night after he had a home run last night. Check out our Banner Bank building to the future. Matt Tuiasosopo tonight, 2 for 3. Couple of home runs driven into. Tacoma leading Portland 3-1 in the 7th.
It's good to see him back healthy again. A couple of injuries this year sidelined him a little bit. Nice night, couple home runs.
Tui hit 273 down at Tacoma. This is Billy Butler. Enjoyed my conversation with Kevin Seitchen, a longtime hitting coach for Kansas City, talking about Billy Butler. Done a lot of damage against the Mariners this year. Gap to gap guy with occasional power. He's got 15 home runs. Straightaway center field for Gutierrez. Sean White, very effective 1-2-3-8 to the home eighth we go. It'll be Josh Wilson, Ryan Langerhans, and Rob Johnson, the Mariners by 3. Providing immediate cash for your business is our business. Apply for business loan at moneytreeinc.com. You're looking at Mike Daniels. He's our winner in our Dream Stakes contest. $1,000 Mariners Team Store shopping spree. Looks like he went over. You got to dig in the pocket. I got to get down in the field and get some meat walk. Private clubhouse. Go to the private clubhouse, get in uniform, take the field, shag some balls in the outfield. Dinner at the Hit It Here Cafe. Was interviewed on Mariners Live. Not bad.
It's a busy day.
Yeah, it is. How about that? $1,000.
Good for him.
We got some good stuff. Used to be the old timers. Remember the old supermarket sweep? Go in the grocery store. They put you on the clock. Remember that? Turn it loose, baby. Go get it. 15 hams, 37 turkeys. Josh Wilson off the end of the bat, coming on right fielder Meyer for the play. Here's Ryan Langerhans. The DA David Artsman is up and throwing. Sean White pitched a 1-2-3-8. Artsman will face 4, 5, and 6. Swing and a foul tip into Olivo's glove. What do you think What do you think Farnsworth bounced around so much?
That's a good question. I mean, he has a terrific arm. We saw him last inning throw 99 miles an hour. Command can be an issue at times, like that last pitch. I don't know. I mean, you look at his ERA, it's well above 5.
Entering this year's career ERA, 4.47. 18 games under 500, 30 and 48 entering this year. That's a lot off of that. 2-2. Farnsworth with his 1-4 this year. It's 31 and 52. We get heat there in 98. Gets Langerhans 2 down.
It just explodes out in front of the plate, doesn't it?
Oh, scary.
You see it come out of his hand. You can see it. Man. Afterburner on it.
Again, he has been around. Came up with the Cubbies, 99, stayed there till 04. As we look at Rob Johnson, exploding bat. Betancourt is there. Mariners are done in the 8th. A 3-run lead as we head to the top of the 9th. Tell it to the DA. Here comes David Artsman. As it's getting loud here at Safeco Field, 26,714 as we review. Josh Wilson, bouncing ball. Bannister takes his time to throw, lobs it over. Look at Mike Sweeney. Mike Sweeney showing some wheels. And he scores, and he's pretty jacked up. Jose Lopez under the glove of the third baseman, Tian. That proved to be a valuable addition to the Mariner cause. And in the paper boy, Josh Wilson. Can you believe this? 2-run single. All this happening in the 4th inning. And Bill Hall comes around to score. Take it to the 5th inning, and Felix Hernandez gives up a long ball to Mitch Meyer. 2-run homer. And that closed the gap. 5-4, but then the Mariners had another run, 5-3 rather. And Hanahan scores on a bases loaded walk to Sweeney. That was in the 7th, an RBI for Sweeney. Ardsman's on to face Mike Jacobs, Alberto Callaspo, and Mark Tian. Pushed down by Sean White, scoreless 8th. Here's a look at Ardsman's numbers. Outstanding. 30 out of 34, 2.30 ERA. The strikeouts, look at that, 69 and 58 and 2/3. And opponent's hitting a flat 84. A 1-1 in there for a strike.
And with a 3-run lead, he's just going to continue to paint the outside corner with a good fastball.
Ardsman wants to get it, throw it. The 1-2. Bounced up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Jacobs leading off. Jacobs struck out on a fastball from Felix. Struck out looking. That was back in the 2nd. Lined out to center and grounded out to 3rd. Ardsman, one of the great success stories here in the 09 season. 2-2. And on the ground, that's a base hit. So a leadoff base hit for Mike Jacobs here in the 9th. Coming up tomorrow, game 3 of this 4-game set. The former Mariner Gil Mesh will be going against Ian Snell. Snell coming off his first victory here at Safeco Field. There's Ian. Starting to round into shape. Get used to the American League. This is Ardsman's 31st game. Check that. He's got 30 saves. Games-wise, it's 61st. That's 3rd in the American League. Coming up Sunday, Zach Greinke has been outstanding all year against Ryan Rowland-Smith. Count evens at 1-1 to Cayaspo. Cayaspo flied out to, or popped up to the shortstop and twice grounded out to first. Two and one. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 3 runs, 6 hits, and a couple of errors for Kansas City.
Boy.
Three and one to Cayaspo. Archman's going to have to bring one right to him. 3-1. Fouled it off. There has not been a double play turn tonight as we look at Martin on that. Mariners at double play depth right now. Jacobs, not a fast runner. Cayaspo, not a particularly fast runner either. Archman 3-2. To center field, Gutierrez going way back. Just shy of the track, makes the catch. Tell you what, we get the pleasure and privilege to sit here and watch this kid play center field. And when you look at, when you're watching, not watching the monitor, his jump on the ball is just fabulous.
And his route to the ball is terrific. He always just runs right to the spot. You don't see many turns or twists when he's out there. Makes it look pretty easy. It's not as easy as he makes it look, that's for sure. And you watch him out there. It is the jump day, but I mean, even the balls in the gap that are running away from him, to me, he doesn't look like he's really flying, but he covers a lot of ground.
It's one of those long striders. Fastball up high to Martin. Tien with a base hit, stolen base, and a couple of groundouts. 1-0 in there for a strike. Tien 1 for 3 against Archman. Swing and a miss. 1-2. A 3 RBI night for Josh Wilson. Bill Hall drove in a run. Mariners gave Felix Hernandez a really nice offensive piece of work this evening. Ball and 2 strikes at Tien. Looking at Mariner infield. He is missing a lot outside.
Yeah, he is. His ball is running. His fastball is running off the plate away. Everything is away. He typically tries to hit the outside corner. Nothing unusual for a closer to stay away from the hitters late in the ball game, but he's not as hitting that outside corner like we normally would see him.
3-2 to Tien. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down here in the ninth.
Nothing fancy, just another fastball from Archman. Throws it right by Tien.
Well, it's 26,714. Sounds like it's close to 40,000 tonight. This crowd's into it. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Mariners by 3. The runner on, and here's Miguel Olivo, the catcher. A walk and a couple of strikeouts tonight. Hanahan at first, Hall at third, off the lines. 1-1. Ichiro looking forward to getting him back in the lineup before long. He's been battling a calf injury. And you know it's killing him being out of this lineup. 16 hits shy of his 9th consecutive 200-hit season. The 1-1 to Olivo. Well, Rob Johnson held it there for a long look.
Good pitch. Wow.
Paul Lemmel, according to Tracer. Cha-ching, it was in the zone. Hardsma right back to 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Hardsma's got to leave it right where he wants him. 2-2, 2 outs. Boston's won. The Angels have rallied to take an 8-6 lead. Hardsma with the 2-2 pitch. All three. Indeed, those Angels now up 8-6 in Anaheim. 7th inning against Oakland. On deck, Dave Buhner, another great Mariner Hall of Famer, watching the 3-2 pitch. Popped up, playable. Lopez going back. He calls for it. Makes the catch. Case closed. Game over. Mariners win it 6-3. Felix wins for the first time since August 1st at Texas. He goes to 13-5, and David Hardsma picks up save number 31 in 35 opportunities. The Mariners even this series at 1-1, and now go to 3-4 on the season against Kansas City. How about Josh Wilson? He knocks in 3 runs, his first action since Sunday. Mike Sweeney with a big night with a couple of hits, 2 runs scored, and an RBI via the walk. So a lot of reasons for Don Wakamatsu to be smiling. It's win number 67 for the Mariners against 63 losses. Kansas City now 49-79. That was fun. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow from Safeco Field. Right now, Mariners Live starts with Brad and Bill.
Well, Dave, thank you.